Once upon a time, in a meadow filled with blooming flowers, there lived a little bird named Finch Faye. Every morning when the sun peeked over the hills, Faye would wake up with a start. All around her, sparrows would zip and zoom, gathering twigs and leaves for their nests. But Faye's nest was a mess of tangled twigs, and she was worried because soon she would have eggs to keep safe and warm. Scene 1. She didn't rush. She trusted the rhythm. Faye took a deep breath and began to gather twigs, placing each one carefully and patiently. One by one, the sparrows flew past, chirping and making fun of Faye's slow and messy nest. "You'll never get it done," they'd tease, "and your eggs will be too late to hatch." But Faye didn't rush. She trusted the rhythm of her own heart. Her nest wasn't fast, but it was strong. One day, a big storm hit the meadow. The wind blew hard, pulling and twisting the sparrows' nests until they fell apart. Their eggs scattered and rolled away. But Faye's nest held firm. She had placed each twig with care, and now it stood strong against the wind and the rain. "Patience isn't delay," she sang, "it's wisdom. It's knowing that roots take time." Scene 2. Patience isn't delay, it's wisdom. As the days went by, Faye waited patiently for her eggs to hatch. Some days she felt a little worried, wondering if she'd made the right choice. All around her, other birds were raising their chicks, and her nest was still empty. "She's too late," the sparrows chirped. "Her chicks won't hatch." But Faye didn't force the bloom. She nurtured it, because real growth can't be rushed. Then one morning, as the sun rose over the hills, Faye heard tiny taps inside her nest. She watched with a beating heart as 3 little birds chirped and stretched their wings. One by one, they hopped out of the nest, blinking in the sunlight. They were strong and healthy and full of joy. "What grows slowly," said Faye, watching them, "grows deeply." Scene 3. What grows slowly, grows deeply. As the years went by, Faye's chicks grew up and left the nest, starting their own families and building their own homes. One day, as Faye sat in her nest, she noticed a group of children playing nearby. They were planting seeds and making tiny gardens. Some children watered their plants, while others watched patiently, waiting for their seeds to sprout. "Your pace is enough," sang Faye, flying down to land on a fence post. "Your time will come." Then she flew back to her nest, watching as the children waited, and smiled at the tiny green sprouts pushing through the soil. Scene 4. Your pace is enough. Your time will come. As the sun set over the meadow, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Faye took to the sky. She soared above the trees, feeling the wind beneath her wings. Below her, she saw her meadow, a patchwork quilt of colors and textures. And in the distance, she saw a new nest, built with care and patience, just like hers. A new bird was ready to start her family and bloom where she was planted. And as Faye flew above the meadow, she couldn't help but sing, "Be patient, be present, be Faye, and let your timing be your magic." Scene 5. Be patient, be present, be Faye. Faye's nest glowed with the soft light of sunset, and in the stillness of the evening, her story echoed through the meadow, reminding all who heard it to trust the journey and bloom where they were planted. The end. Scene 6. Like and subscribe to grow at your own pace. If Faye's story reminded you to trust your journey, like, subscribe, and bloom slowly.